Hey guys, so welcome to Joe's RC Corner. Today we're going to be back on the wing, so stay tuned. Let's see if we can't finish up the trailing edge spar and move on. All right, guys, so like I said, we're going to be back on the trailing edge spar here, and what we're going to be working on here. So we got all of the ribs now are riveted in place along the wing here. So we have all the spars in. We have the wing tip also riveted in place, which I believe I need to replace a couple of rivets here somewhere. If I remember correctly, reading in the book, should have been A6s. But let me double check on that, and we'll get those replaced. But everything else here is looking really good. We do have the tie down already drilled and already drilled out down here as well. So this is for this wing. We'll go ahead and finish up the trailing edge spar now next. Once that's all riveted together, then we can flip the wing over, get some 2x4s, spacers, get that all spaced out properly on the back end. Then we're going to get the laser level, and we're going to level the back and in the front, make sure everything is lined up and square and flat. Once that's done, we'll be able to move on. So today I'm also going to do something a little bit different. I have my older time-lapse camera over here, and we're going to also once in a while stop and go ahead and explain what we're doing a little bit closer and see how that works out. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Let's get back to work. Okay, guys, so we're back, and as you can see, we got the wing flipped upside down now. We got everything riveted together when it has to do with the ribs to the spar and to the rear spar. I have not done any rivet into this area here because that's where the skin is going to attach, so I don't want to put rivets there yet. But all the rivets are attached, and as you can see, we are dead center level, and I double checked all the ribs to make sure that we are level this way as well, to make sure the wing is straight. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to set up my laser level on a tripod, and I want to make sure that this area here is perfectly straight, and then I will move it over to this side as well and check the leading edge as well. Make sure that it is good and straight and level. And that way, when I put that bottom skin on and I start drilling these holes, everything is going to be locked in place. So I am going to get a piece of wood and we're going to clamp a couple of spots on the spar. Make sure that's good. Probably about right here, and then on the other side, and then we'll just make sure everything is straight and aligned, and we'll go from there. So that's the plan, guys. I did get these drilled out and put the A6s in there. Now there was some confusion on this piece here. I wasn't sure. In the book and the plans showed two different things here. The book showed it on this side with this flange, and then in the plans it showed it on this side. So I went by the plan, by the book, because the book is a later date than the plans are. So just to make sure, I went ahead and did that way. But anyways, so that's all looking really good, guys. We're going to go ahead and get that level out and make sure this is straight with the laser level, and then go from there. All right, back to work. All right, guys, so welcome back to the next day, and we're going to continue on the wing here. And so we've gotten most of the outboard skin prepped and ready to go. We've got it level. We'll set up the laser level again, make sure everything is still staying where it should be. And then what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be getting the trailing edge skin in place, match drilled, and then we're going to get that middle, the inboard skin also match drilled and laid down, so that way we're ready to go. Of course, then we have to get the front nose skin on as well, which is going to overhang out in the front here. And that's kind of the plan for today. Get everything match drilled, get everything prepped and primed, and go ahead and get things riveted and placed, hopefully by the end of the day. So that's the plan, and let's get back to work, guys. Okay guys, so quick stop from the time lapse here just to get a picture of what's going on here. So we've got all the skins now drilled, everything is level, and we have the trailing edge also clecoed in place. Now it's time to start taking all of these skins off and cleaning them up and getting them ready to go ahead and do permanent installation of the skins on the airframe. So with that, we will be installing the tie down hook that'll be riveted from the inside, the strut attachment, which we've already pre-drilled all the parts for the L angle, for the spacer, the doubler, or however you want to call it. We'll get the other piece retorqued back into place, and then we'll finish drilling out all these holes out to the final size of 5/32. I do have a couple more over here that I'm drilling out. I'm going to go with A5s all the way down this trailing edge. I think it was about from here it went to A4s, but I just went ahead and went all the way down to the end with A5s. Not sure it really makes that big a difference, but that's what I did. Everything else is laid on top. Now these skins will go on top of the other skin, of the bottom skin. So this rear skin will go underneath the leading edge skin. I'm not, based on the plans, that's what it looks like it's supposed to do, and that's what I feel comfortable with anyway. I like all of the skins overlapping this way in the direction of airflow. Then we'll get the wing flipped over, and then we can start working on the top skin. And we'll get everything prepped and ready to go, but we will not rivet any of that on until we are done installing any of the wiring, the fuel tank, and everything else. So that's the plan. We're going to keep on working, and we're going to move on to the next steps. Stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so here we are at the end of the video for this week. We accomplished a heck of a lot of work here today, and I'm really happy with what we've gotten done. So as you can see, guys, we have the wing more or less set up. As far as I'm going to go for right now, the next steps really are, I do have to get the spacer back in there, the cork. There's a couple other L-angle pieces that need to go in this area to support the fuel tank, but it fits in there nicely, so that's good. We got all of the L angles in place. Along here, we have all the ribs in place. We have made sure, double checked over and over again that there is no twist in this wing. So hopefully that's true. But let me go ahead and turn the camera around and I will show you guys everything we got. Okay, so like I said, guys, so looking at the wing here, it is looking really nice. It's nice and true. I do have this pulled over for right now because I just didn't want it flopping around. I did not get the bottom, the trailing edge in here yet. So we do have to get that, and then we can rivet this bottom section here. But I don't want to do that until I figure out where I'm running my wires. So I'm either going to run them along inside here, or I'm going to run them along the trailing edge and have everything come out right back here into the fuselage. So I'm not sure yet. This wing, there isn't a whole lot in here. I am going to put the magnetometer in the wing, and I'm thinking about putting it at the end where the wingtip is. And the reason for that is I can easily drill out these rivets, pull the wingtip off, and then I can get in there and it'll be mounted right out either here or here. I don't know. We'll have to figure that part out. And then the wiring for the lights are going to come back into the fuselage. I'll have to drill a hole out here, put a grommet, bring all my wiring out along this trailing edge, and then out here. We'll have to start looking at plumbing this fuel tank, getting everything set up. I do have the top, so I have the original that comes with it. But then I also have something else that I can use out here, a different fuel sender, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet. We'll see how that works. If I use it, I'm going to have to drill a hole, mount it, and then it's going to bulge up above the tank, or above the skin. So I'm not sure yet if that's what I want to do, but we'll take a look and see and make a decision as we get closer. On the bottom side of the wing, we'll take a quick gander down here. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but there's the doubler for the strut. So that is mounted and installed. We have the tie down also installed down here. Not sure if you'll be able to see it, but yeah, that's all in there. We do have the 2x4 spacers holding the wing up right now and out of the way. And then we have this front skin, of course, that does need to go around. And I believe there's an additional piece of skin that goes here that this is all going to attach to. And that will come around and mount like so. That's going to be a tricky one, I'm sure, as everyone else has already noted and said in many, many videos. There's no real graceful way of doing this. So we're just going to make it work. And then I think later on what I'm going to do is something similar to Mark, and we're going to make a fiberglass fairing that goes over this section here just to clean that up and make it look nice. And then we'll see how that goes. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll put a rubber trim on there. I'm not sure yet. This isn't riveted down here either yet. I wanted to make sure that this is all where it needs to be. Same with this one here. I still need to go ahead and rivet that in place as well. But looking good. I'm happy. I'm starting to get to the point where once this wing is done, I may not close it up final yet. I may go ahead and get everything prepped and then Cleco everything together on the top skin, set it off to the side, and then start working on my second wing. That way we can get them both to the same point and then move on from there. So that's where we are, guys. And of course the Beautiful Cricket still sitting right over here. And so yeah, so it's looking good, guys. I'm happy with it. It's looking straight, it's looking true, and we're getting close. So once we get this wing done, we'll set it aside, start working on the second wing, and then I'll have to start mounting. We'll get it figured out to get it mounted onto the fuselage here, figure out how that goes, get some supports to hold the wings up until I get the struts on, and then we'll take it all apart. Because then, once that's done, we got to get these painted. And once they're painted, then they will go on for final on that fuselage, and then it'll look like an airplane. So guys, that's all I have for today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Make sure you hit the like button if you like what you see. And if you want to go ahead and see the finished product of the Cricket, make sure you do subscribe, because we're going to be posting, trying to get back on schedule and start posting videos weekly. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. I also have t-shirts. I don't have one on today, but I do have t-shirts for sale on my Teespring store. Make sure you visit the link down in the description below and help support building the Cricket. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Keep building, keep flying.